Hey everyone, welcome to the Dyl Pickle Movie Network. Dylan Randazzo here. I just wanted to come on and say thank you. It has now been a few weeks since our 24-hour subathon, and I just wanted to thank you all. I wanted to thank you all for your support, your views, your likes, your comments, your live chatting. I mean, this was 20 times more active than the last subathon. Just seeing people, not only a lot of people on at once talking and chatting and having a great time, but also throughout the night. I mean, we had a lot more viewership over the wee hours of the night than we did last time. So I'm just very grateful that you all kind of made it a mission for yourselves to stay on as late as possible, as much as possible. I thank all my co-hosts, Zach and Kelsey and Matt and Chad, all our special guests for the episode, like Stacy and Carrie and JD and Carly. You know, it was really great to have the network really emphasized on this subathon. I felt like it was a lot less of just me staring in front of a screen for 2 or 3 hours doing like watch alongs and stuff. Instead, it was 2 draft days where we had 10 panelists and doing 2 episodes of Frame Wreck and doing a whole Survivor trivia and a whole Marvel trivia. Like, it was really a great experience to just get everyone involved and just see the network and the channel flourish. And I will cherish those memories. I will cherish, obviously, the donations that some people sent. I will be, upholding my end of the bargain and giving you those videos and podcasts with due time. I still have a few from last year's subathon to finish. Carly, your James Gunn video is coming. JD, your Jurassic Park ranking is coming, and now your Austin Powers ranking that you recommended or you wanted. But it really was, most of all, just so heartwarming to see all the positive response to the subathon, seeing people talk so positively about the amazing, production value of Kelsey and Matt's games that they constructed. A lot of people really commending the schedule and how we were able to fit so much in, but also keep at a brisk pace. And then, of course, all of the great draft selections that people kept talking about, like JD picking Judge Judy as like one of his best TV themes. Like, there are moments that a lot of people have like come up to me and been like, wow, I was watching your live stream and I loved when this happened or that happened. My grandma at Mother's Day brunch told me that she woke up and turned on the subathon and it was the middle of the night. We were talking about Tootsie and she was going to go back to bed. She's just gotten up for a bit, but she decided to watch the whole discussion on Tootsie that Carrie, Chad, and I had. So just little moments like that, to hear how many people have had great positive responses has been really, really heartwarming and really, really amazing to see. It's just really perplexing that to see how much this channel has grown. We did hit our goal. We surpassed 1,000 subscribers from the time we started. We now have over 2.1 thousand subscribers, which I never thought would ever happen. I thought this channel was going to get a couple hundred at most if I was ever lucky enough to, branch out. And I've never imagined that I could branch out to 2,000. And I think weeks, months, years from now, we may look back and 2,000 might be a small number. And that's the thing, is I want to keep growing. I want to keep getting people invested in what we're doing, and that's why we also have a Discord. We also have a Facebook page. If you want all the information, I'll put it in the description below, but comment on this video if you need a link to the Discord or to the Facebook page, because that's also where a lot of fun stuff is happening. Facebook is where we get a lot of signups for trivia and draft day and stuff, and then Discord is a great place for you all to talk, not just about the videos on the channel, but just about media and about TV and movies you're watching. Like, everyone who saw Furiosa was commenting in the Discord this weekend about how much they loved it. It's really so heartwarming. I keep saying heartwarming because it really does. It warms my heart to see all this activity and to feel like I was at least a little part of kind of manifesting that and kind of getting this community put together. And I really do surround myself with the people that I trust the most, that I enjoy talking to the most, that I enjoy conversing with the most. Yes, we do have disagreements sometimes. I was very much manic and very stressed about the schedule, and I was not necessarily the kindest person at the start of the subathon because I wanted to keep things going. But just the grace that those people have showed me, in my apologies to them, and I do apologize for kind of being a little too hands-on at times when I could have just kind of sat back and relaxed and just enjoyed the process and enjoyed the ride. But I do surround myself with people that I do enjoy collaborating with and that I do think deserve to have their voices heard as well, which is so important. And that goes to our guests, not just our hosts, our guests as well, because like there's a magic to hearing Stacey talk about The Raven. You know, there's a magic to hearing Carrie talk about E.T. and The Verdict. I mean, having Carrie, a lawyer, talk about The Verdict was one of my favorite moments. I mean, and we're about to show you a clip reel of the best moments of the Subathon because there were so many amazing moments, both intentional and unintentional. Like I knew there was going to be great discussion and funny stuff come up when Matt and I talked about Cat in the Hat, but I did not expect the sucker punch of JD picking Judge Judy for TV Draft Day as an example. So I just think the Subathon was just filled with so many amazing moments from start to finish. And I do appreciate all of you guys for really being along that ride and helping and making this channel as great as it could be. But you did unlock some things, and I want to tell you what you unlocked. You did unlock the mystery video, which was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer surprise video, which is, I think, a really fun surprise for those who love Buffy and who kept trying to get me into Buffy. To like finally be able to say I watched it and give my full thoughts was really, really exciting. What you also unlocked, you got a Lord of the Rings extended edition watch along / commentary with Stacey, Matt, and I. Now, obviously, 3 movies at that length is a very long time to be talking about anything. So we might split it up. We might do each video on its own. We might do it live where it's like a watch along type deal, or we may pre-record it just in case, you know, anyone has to tend to their families or just tend to their own needs or anything, any sort of barring any sort of emergency. So I will have to talk to Stacey and Matt about that and see exactly how we want to do it. But I'm very excited to talk about Lord of the Rings with them and do it in like a watch along commentary format, because we do commentaries on Marvelous Movie Mondays for some Marvel movies, but we haven't done any other commentaries anywhere else. And Matt and I are still going to bring you all the frame rec commentaries as well this summer. So it's going to be a very commentary heavy summer, which is very exciting. For 50 subs, you also unlocked a Traders season on the Dyl Pickle Movie Network channel. I'm going to put a sign up on the Facebook page. I cannot guarantee that everyone will get a slot just because there's only so many people I can have on a stream at one time. But myself, the host, and a lot of other friendly faces are going to be competing on our own season of the Traders. I will be Alan Cumming, and I will kind of host the ordeal, and we will find out who the traders are. They'll be selected at random, and then we will do basically a whole trader season here on the channel for you all to see. At 100 subs, you guys unlocked the movie screenplay table read. This is very exciting because I actually have everyone's nominated table read choices, which will go up on a poll tonight. And then it'll expire next week on Sunday night. I'm not going to tell you who picked what choices. I think it's more fun for you guys to guess. But Kelsey, Matt, Zach, Chad, and myself have all put a screenplay forward. You guys at home will vote, and you can vote for as many as you want. If you are like, you know what, I would love to see this read or this read or this read, you can vote for 3 of them. I'm not going to keep you confined to one. The only thing that I ask is that if you submitted one, me, Matt, Chad, Kelsey, and Zach, we don't vote just because, you know, we'd probably vote for our own anyway. But those screenplays that you can vote between are Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Spider-Man No Way Home, The Room, Scream, the OG, and the Colin Trevorrow script of Star Wars Episode 9. So those are the 5 scripts that if you want to hear a table read of, you can go and vote there. You have an action film with Scott Pilgrim, you have a superhero film with Spider-Man, you have a horror with Scream, you have a kind of so bad it's good comedy with The Room, and then of course you have a script that never made it to the screens in the theaters, but it would also be fun to read to see, you know, if that's a better screenplay than we got with Episode 9, the one that we actually got. So at 250 subs, you guys are going to get a Taylor Swift cover concert from me at a later date. And then for 500 and 750 subs, that basically unlocked all the other 4 directors for the March Madness are going to get their own ranking videos. So I was already going to do one for David Fincher, who won our March Madness on our Facebook poll, but I will also be doing one for our runner-up Billy Wilder, as well as our 2 Final Four semifinalists, Richard Linklater and the Wachowski sisters. So stay tuned. There will be 4 director ranking videos for those, as well as the one I promised Carly for James Gunn. So that's 5 director ranking pickings in the next year, which is going to be really exciting. And then at 1,000 subs, Kelsey and I were going to film an episode at Disneyland at the Avengers campus for Marvelous Movie Mondays. Zach is going to tag along. We are going to do that. We are going to commit to that. We'll figure out the means to go, and we will go. But that video will be coming hopefully within the year. So a lot of great stuff to look forward to. Thanks to you all, because you guys unlocked this. You all, by subscribing and engaging and telling others to subscribe, you unlocked all this stuff. I'm going to be singing Taylor Swift songs because of you all. I am going to be reading one of these 5 screenplays with my friends because of you all. I'm going to be sitting down for 4 million hours of Lord of the Rings because of you all. And that's all a good thing. It's not like it's chore. None of this is a chore. These are all things that I was willing to do because I want to do it. We also have some stuff to pay off from the last Subathon. For example, Zach and I are going to do our Chopped episode very soon. That is in the works. And I also have to wear a pink bunny suit for an entire month on the channel. I'm going to wait till it's not as warm to do that, but that is what you voted for. So I'm going to uphold those ends of the bargain, like I said. But I'm very excited for the next year of the Dyl Pickle Movie Network to see all these things come to light, thanks to all of your kindness and donations. So thank you so much. I'm going to share a highlight reel of the Subathon just to relive some of the greatest moments. Here we go. Let's go! Welcome everybody to the second annual. I can't believe 48 of my hours of my life has been dedicated to this Subathon. Here we are, the 24-hour Subathon. I'm checking. Yeah, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say I checked in with. Oh,
you go. It's your show.
Is Piglet a boy or a girl, or are they neither? Piglet was pink, so that means girl, right?
How did we get here?
Like, the rules don't.
Hold on. I leave for 15 seconds, and I'm getting into gender discussion about Piglet.
And your next set of emojis.
It looks like he's farting. The gorilla emoji is always just such a good one.
He's kind of sexy.
Like
mystery date. Or is this a fan fiction you can read on the internet right now? Or just something Kelsey made up? Bucky buys Peter Parker at an auction and brings him home for him and his boyfriend Steve to do as they please.
Oh man!
I feel like because I think any of these 7 are vulnerable. Also because we don't know who's going to find the idol, and even if they do, who cares? Because the last 2 episodes, people have gone out with idols. Who's your number 1, Zach?
Dylan, we've come a long way, her and I.
I can't wait for this. She's my number 2. Say it.
I'm put Venus at number 1.
Yes!
All right. This brings us to, everyone, your very first tribal council.
No! Really?
Matt.
Yeah.
I'd like to play my idol.
Austin has played his hidden immunity idol. And it is a real idol. Any votes cast?
Votes cast for Austin will not count.
Any votes cast for Austin will not count.
Austin does not count.
Does not count. Austin does not count. Austin does not count. Austin does not count. JD, you cannot vote for yourself. Which new era player would you most like to get a beer or coffee with?
Noah and Austin. How about the guy that gave his money away?
That's like the least popular winner of the new era.
You're telling me you wouldn't get a beer with him? No, you're kidding me?
I don't think people would.
No.
I really don't.
I'd go get a beer with that guy.
Number 4 is Jess Chong.
What?
I don't know why, but she got so many votes.
Austin, you have won the Survivor.
Matt, that game was so well done that I honestly wish we had 4 hours to do it because it is so amazing, the details. So everyone just give a round of applause to Matt. That was
It was really great.
exceptional.
Yeah.
And it's director roulette, right, guys? So I'm going to spin a wheel. James Mangold.
So I'm gonna pick that one because Dylan said I'm probably going to love it. I'm gonna pick Priscilla. So I guess Dylan's upset about this.
Draft day, the fun of draft day, which people love, is the betrayal and the unfairness and the tragedy.
You get to pick something I love next. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The amount Chad can talk about a movie he hasn't seen just is amazing to me. Like, I think he talks longer than I do about my favorite movie.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab my Hot Pocket, take a pee. I'm going to do the pee first, then the Hot Pocket. I totally did this wrong. I've never made a Hot Pocket.
What?
I just read that it's like a good quick treat. What? I've never.
You could hate them for all you know.
What did you do?
What?
Why
No,
did you do it
no.
wrong?
You're supposed to fold it on the bottom and then bite from the top. And I think I started to rip off the bottom and didn't need to fold it on the top because like it gives you instructions on how to fold.
You're overthinking it.
Everybody's
How-
eating.
I'll
just keep talking.
What?
My daughter, when she was little, also had a crush on Indiana Jones as well as Spider-Man, and had an Indiana Jones birthday party when she was much older.
Matt's waiting in the wings.
Yeah,
Matt, what do you
he
have
wants
to say?
toast.
Evil Dead 2 is my pick because nobody picked it, and it's a shame. And I
It's a shame.
very, very sad. We'll just
Hello,
fix.
everyone. What, Matt?
We'll just fix the part where you called it a framework redemption in post. It's fine.
Did I call it a framework redemption?
Yeah.
Because you said framework
Listen,
redemption.
yeah. Do you
But-
want to take it again? We have that luxury.
I would love to take it again, but also, guys, this is behind the scenes of me and Matt every time we record. But also, spoiler alert, I'm going to be trying to redeem all 3 of these films. All right, Nostalgia Junction, let's roll it.
Mrs. Kwan was the best part of Vibrant. She was so funny.
No
The other
more
thing,
big government.
It just did not click with me.
Appropriate?
Oh.
Not the Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yay, we watched Buffy. Woo! Chad, what's that you got hanging out next to you? I saw a little face peek into the screen. Chad,
what?
no? Chad, tell us about E.T.
E.T.
Ah! Whoa, there it is.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Ouch, ouch,
If
ouch.
only the finger glowed, I'd go.
Yeah, if only the ouch worked for mental health for me.
So I'm a lawyer. Like, Paul Newman's character should be disbarred and brought before an ethics board. He is not ethical in this. Like, he violates the most basic attorney ethics in this movie. And then we're supposed to just continue with him like he's this like great stand-up guy that he's doing something amazing. I think it works fine as a movie and it won me over like in spite of these things. But honestly, it was like the book it was based on was written by a lawyer, which I was really surprised about because a lawyer should know these things.
Not a very good one. Can he reject the settlement without
No.
Okay.
No,
I
it was
figured
the client's decision.
So I'm like, oh, that's smart. And then I'm like, no, that's not smart. That's not. Don't do that, Stacy, if you're buried alive and you dig a hole. Don't poke the guy in the eye. It's not going to help.
Diane Warren's in the conversation. She's getting nominated. And you know what? The fact that there's a whole movie about Diane Warren coming out, I'm going to say this is the year she finally wins it. How about that, Subathon? Right here, you heard it first. I think Diane Warren's going to finally win her Oscar for whatever Diane Warren Relentless is. Whatever the hell that is. Listen, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling energized. I'm ready. I have work at 3:30. I'm ready to go.
Dyl, you have work today?
I'm going to bring up Chad and Elliot first because they are having a grand old time. Elliot's bouncing up and down, clapping up and down. Hey, Chad. Hey, Elliot. Hey, yay. Elliot's like, who is this human being? And why is he wearing that enemy hat? It's okay. Welcome to, yay, there he goes. Yay. I'm not DWP on it like Kelsey probably is. We're perfect on it, but I know most of the words. What?
No, it's just funny that you just assume you're like, oh, Kelsey knows this rap.
Well, no, because when he was like, everyone knows the words, you were like, you know?
Prove it, Kelsey.
You
Prove
should have
it.
been like, yeah, and I know it in Espanol.
Born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. We know it.
I think there's something to be said that every time, ready, I'll show you. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. See, there's a reason that happens.
Audience
It's because
participation.
it is one of those things that no matter where you are, I'm at work. It'll be playing at work because I sometimes forget it's an actual song. I'll be at work, I'll have a tray of food, I'll be like, whoops, whoop. Like I'll do it. I don't care. Like I'll get him another steak and shrimp combo. I don't care. I'm clapping.
Look at this
morning. Yeah.
I must have good.
TV, like court TV shows. Really, that was my version of junky, trashy reality TV that I just love to do.
Okay.
And my favorite, and the one I think had, I would argue, has an iconic intro is Judge Judy, and if you think about it, it really does set up the tone.
That's a sleeper pick. That's a really good pick.
You know you're gonna get the Judge Judy contingent of voters who are gonna be like, "Oh, there it is. I've been waiting for it."
Not a secret. Can you keep it?
And it is noon, and we have done it 24 hours. We have accomplished
We
this.
did it.
We
Yay.
did it. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, Dyl Pickle Movie Network fans. I'm Kelsey from Marvelous Movie Mondays. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching and subscribing and for watching along Dyl's 24-hour stream. He's insane for doing this every year, but he puts so much time and dedication into every single segment that happens along that stream, and every single segment and show and episode that he makes on his channel, and it just feels so good that he's getting the attention and recognition that he deserves, and that's all thanks to you. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm been excited about this channel ever since Dyl asked me way back in, like, I'm pretty sure 2020, if I wanted to do a Marvel podcast with him, and it's been an amazing ride ever since. So here's to many more episodes of Marvelous Movie Mondays, many more videos on the channel, and maybe many more 24-hour subathons. So thanks.
Hey, Dyl Pickle Movie Network fans, it's your favorite chef from the Recipe for Reality Kitchen, Zach here. I'm in Ocean City, Maryland on vacation with a couple of friends, and I just wanted to say a quick thank you for an amazing Subathon 2024 so far, and we're excited for the rest of the year to come, so stay tuned.
Hello everybody watching the Dyl Pickle Movie Network. It's Matty Fresh here. Sorry I'm a little disheveled. I've been doing yard work today, but I thought I'd pop in on this quick video to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for every view, every like, every subscribe, every share, every comment. It really helps us, and FrameWreck was conceived as just me saying to Dylan, hey, if you ever want me to come on your channel and talk about bad movies, we can do that. It was meant like you want me to come over once. No, we made it into a show, and people responded positively to it, and I love that, and it's given me an opportunity to talk about these movies that are just great, these great missteps, these happy accidents that become these classic schlock movies that give us something that we don't know we need. And I love that. I love talking about this stuff. And it's all thanks to you, to the viewer, to the person who comes to the channel and clicks on a FrameWreck video. And, you know, we've gotten to spin it off into FrameWreck Redemptions and Nostalgia Junctions and do other sorts of awesome videos on the channel. And really, I'm so grateful for the opportunity I've been given. And again, that's all thanks to you. So, yeah, and everybody who watched the live stream, the Subathon, and commented along with us, and shared it with others, and subscribed because you found the Subathon, I thank you so much. We exceeded our goal, I believe, and that's incredible. And just, that's it. Thank you. That's all.
Once again, I am so thankful, so grateful for all my hosts, to all our viewers, all our commenters, all our subscribers, all our Discord members, all our Facebook members. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And here's to another many years doing this on the channel and continuing to branch out and expand like we never thought we could. So thank you so much, and have a great day, guys.